In this video, we will provide an overview of how Laie RPA is installed, upgraded, monitored, and recovered. To demonstrate this, we wanted to highlight a recent customer scenario involving an HR shared service center. The customer began with bots on desktops, but as RPA's popularity grew, they opted to move from a decentralized deployment of attended bots to a centralized deployment using unattended bots managed by Laie's Cloud Commander. This coincided with an upgrade from Laie Enterprise version 5 to version 6. To enact these changes, we will show you 1. How to configure Laie's Cloud Commander, 2. How to configure bots to the commander, 3. How to upgrade process scripts from version 5 to version 6, 4. How to monitor bots, and 5. What happens if commander or an individual bot crashes. First, let's start with looking at the setup of an attended bot on version 5. As you can see, this individual has a handful of different processes available to them within Laie's creator. These are standard HR processes like new hire document collection, new hire employee creation, and other processes focused on the employee lifecycle. These processes are all pretty straightforward. They connect to only a few separate systems like Microsoft Outlook, the employee management system, and the in-house built training portal. The HR employee's credentials are stored within the laptop, and the bot works alongside the HR employee. This employee has 15 colleagues in the HR department, and some of these individuals perform similar functions for different departments or regions, and others are performing a different set of activities within the HR lifecycle and employee value chain. All of them have attended bots set up on their machines and can trigger processes to run with their credentials. As you can see, there is a lot of work happening on these individual computers, which is one of the main drivers behind centralizing to a more standardized approach. We will show you how to migrate to a centralized bot environment using Laie Commander. In this case, the customer would also like to move to cloud, so we'll show what it looks like moving to Laie's Cloud Commander. Traditionally, this setup is done by someone in the COE with a DevOps background, but the configuration is easy and doesn't require much technical know-how. Laie's Cloud Commander is hosted in region using Microsoft Azure. The process begins with the customer's appointed representative receiving an email inviting them to register. The representative follows the link and clicks on the registration to establish an account. The representative is registered and connects their account to the Laie Global account. The Automation Commander is the key component in the orchestration layer of Laie's RPA product. As such, it provides several key functions that the DevOps user will be interested in. First, it provides real-time monitoring and analytics of the processes that are deployed within the commander. Second, it allows oversight of all workers regardless of whether they are attended or unattended. Third, it enables the connectivity to multiple creator components. Fourth, it provides a management hub for the roles-based access control. Here, we can see that Human is listed as an administrator. I will quickly add another member of the HR team to show you how it's done. His name is Riley Jones, and he also works at Laie Global. Since Riley is on the HR team, I will mark him as a business person, which provides him with a limited set of read-only accesses. The other roles like developer and system admin have greater levels of permission. These are preset roles, but can easily be customized and linked to your LDAP or Active Directory. Once the role is set up, you can send an invitation link directly to your colleague. Next, we will show you how to install and bond workers to Commander. We need to install version 6 of the other components required to run RPA successfully. Often, customers choose to do this within their environment, but this can also be installed in the cloud. We'll speed this up for video purposes, but usually it takes just 2 to 3 minutes to install Laie Enterprise. Now that it's installed, you can see that it comes with 4 components. The Automation Creator is used to design the bot scripts and commands in a low-code format. The Automation Widget, which is like an automation worker but comes with quick start commands for common applications like Google, Snippet, Paint, and Notepad, which you have the ability to customize. The Automation Worker is where commands are executed, and this can be a node-locked or single machine use or floating license. And finally, the Automation Worker Hub, which is where users can manage their unattended workers. Now that this is installed, we can repeat the process on our other bots. Now that we have our bots created, it's time to map these bots back to the Laie Cloud Commander. First, we set up a device on the Commander. The device is actually what the workers connect to. There can be multiple workers on a single device and multiple devices on Commander. In this case, since the customer was moving to a shared service center approach, that is what we named the device. We can now go and create workers and connect them to our overarching device. The first robot worker we will call Tom. We have binded Tom to our device and input Tom's bot credentials. Once created, we can take the registration code from Commander and open the Automation Worker Hub. Here, we can register the device to a computer and bring the worker online. Back in Laie's Cloud Commander, I can easily create new devices to bind workers to. In the background, I have set up 9 bots, which are all online. If at any time I want to monitor these bots, I can click on the Real-Time Monitoring tab and see what's happening on all the workers simultaneously. Now these workers are fully mapped to the Commander and they are all active. These bots need processes to run. Importing processes from Creator is simple. We can directly publish processes to the Commander and define the name and the version. In this case, I'll rename it to version 1.0. Once released, we get confirmation this has been published and can quickly go double check in Commander that it's been properly mapped. Here it is, version 1.0. So what does this process, new employee onboarding, actually do? It collects the information from a spreadsheet of new employees in this folder marked New Employee Onboarding. It looks up their information of location and start date, writes an email, and directs them to a link to complete their onboarding. Pretty simple. We have saved our process from version 5.5.5 to the desktop, and now we'll upload it to the Commander. We know that version 6.0 and all Laie releases are backwards compatible, but we still need to test our bots just in case. When we run the process from our Laie Global Cloud, we can see that nothing happens and see the status fail. If we check the task log, we can see that the Outlook path was not found. So this failure isn't a compatibility issue between version 5 and version 6, it's an environment issue because the Outlook path and credentials weren't established. Okay, let's install Microsoft Office and set up Outlook on the server. To maintain strong security protocol, it's important to log any username and passwords with Commander in the Secure Vault. The credential name can be set to any unique value and then defined as globally unique or not. The username and password is then entered and saved. And now we can incorporate these credentials into the bot script from the Automation Creator. The Automation Creator is the low-code interface where scripts are developed typically by a business user or a developer. You can see the steps here, and on line 36, the credential we just created can be selected from the drop-down list. It's also necessary to redefine the folder path for Outlook, which I can easily update. Okay, now I will re-release the script as version 1.0.1 to the Automation Commander. In the Automation Commander, I can see the process there and that is configured for version 6. I will now run the bot by specifying the department and the worker. In the Commander, I can see the bot was a success, and we can see in the worker the process running. The bot opens the spreadsheet, collects information, and uses that to then open Outlook and write an onboarding message to a new hire. The email is sent, and the process is complete. Now that the process is running smoothly, I will go back to the Cloud Commander as a member of the DevOps team. I want to show you how to configure processes to workers and how to put workers into groups. Worker groups are pools of shared resources that can be aligned based on region, application, process type, or any other distinction chosen by the customer. Since this is a shared service center, we can create one worker group for Asia and one for Europe. We will assign 6 automation workers to Asia: Marlon, Patanker, Mary, Tom, Kleber, and Ronan. And the remaining 3 automation workers, Hui Ying, Robot, and Petter, will be assigned to Europe. We add a collaborator who can write to these worker groups. We then click on Processes to see our full list of processes migrated by the HR team. There are a handful of processes that we can now run manually or set to defined schedules. We'll run these manually by selecting a department, a preferred worker group, and defining the number of times it should run. In this case, we'll do 6, 1 for each bot. We follow the same steps for each process. These processes run immediately, so now when we check on our worker tasks, we can see that there are at least 7 bots running and 3 more tasks pending. As the COE manager or DevOps owner, you may want to have confirmation that your bots are running. So we can go to the real-time monitoring page to take a closer look. At this moment, we can see that the 3 European bots are still working, but the other automation workers appear ready for more work. If we click into an individual bot, we can dig into the status details of its tasks and view a complete running log. Now that the processes have been migrated and upgraded, the DevOps team can carry on with their day and feel confident they will be notified if anything goes wrong. No one wants a bot to go down, but if it does, you want to be notified ASAP. The incoming email is comprehensive, with information about the bot outage, including the name of the bot and the last time it was connected. It provides a direct link to investigate and a reminder of Lai's global support contact details should the individual not be able to fix the problem. When the DevOps owner goes to investigate, they can see the automation worker named Robot is clearly offline. The history shows that the last process running was employee reporting change, but that everything before it worked just fine. Lai Commander enables the DevOps owner to play back the incident to better understand the issue. In this case, we can see there was an error message saying that the process had terminated unexpectedly. When this happens, any remaining tasks are automatically routed to the next available automation worker. In this case, the tasks were assigned to worker Tom. The DevOps owner can restart the automation worker named Robot and see that all the bots are back online. In this video, we have shown how to 1. Configure Lai's Cloud Commander, 2. Configure automation workers to Commander, 3. Upgrade or migrate process scripts from version 5 to version 6, 4. Monitor bots, and 5. Investigate a disabled automation worker. Thanks for watching.